Hi, I'm Russ Cowan with Smith Sharpeners. We've got several new innovative products this year that will meet all your sharpening needs while delivering unprecedented performance. In the upcoming video, I will tell you a little bit about the special features of these products and show you how to use them. Let me show you some of the features and benefits of the Adjustable Edge Pro that sets this sharpener apart from other electric knife sharpeners. When you buy the product and you take it out of the box, what you'll find is you'll have the product itself, you'll have an owner's manual. Smith strongly recommends that you read the owner's manual thoroughly before using the product. You also have a cleaning brush. The cleaning brush is used, you'll see in your owner's manual, the cleaning brush is used to clean the interlocking ceramic wheels. On top of the product that's around attached to the knob hanger is a brief card that you can use. This card shows you some common sharpening angles for different styles of knife. You can look on here and you can find a fillet knife. It'll give you a average common sharpening angle for fillet knives all the way to everything to a tactical knife. The most important feature of this product is the angle adjust knob. You see here on top of the sharpener. The angle adjust knob allows you to simultaneously adjust the coarse and fine slots to the finished edge for your particular style of knife. You can set the angle to match the original factory angle. And if you don't know the original factory angle, we provide a chart in the owner's manual for the style of knife and the brand of knife. Or you can use some of the common sharpening angles that were listed on the card that was attached to the product on the knob hanger on the top of the product. So once you find your angle, you just turn the knob to the angle and it sets both slots for sharpening. In the coarse slot, you'll have a set of interlocking diamond coated wheels. The coarse slot's used for extremely dull or damaged blades and for the initial edge setting. In the fine slot is a set of ceramic interlocking wheels. This is used for the finishing and polishing of the edge. Also, there's a soft grip pad on the top of the sharpener. It's to rest your hand during use. There's also non-slip feet on the bottom of the sharpener that stabilizes the sharpener and secures it to the surface. On the side of the sharpener is the manual slot for sharpening serrated knives. This slot stores in the housing when it's not in use. And also is an oversized power button. I know you're probably asking yourself, well, how do I know what the original factory angle on my knife is? Well, at Smith's, we try to help you with that as much as we can. In the owner's manual, you'll notice on the first couple pages, a chart. There's a chart for houseware style knives and a chart for sporting goods and hardware style knives. The chart is listed by style of knife, where you have a fillet knife, a serrated knife, a folding hunting knife, and then by brand. So you find out the type of knife you're trying to sharpen, you find the brand of the knife, and then it lists the original angle from the factory. If your brand is not listed, what you can do is either contact the knife manufacturer and ask them what the angle of your knife is, or you can use one of the common sharpening angles that was listed on the card on top of the product for that particular style of knife. We talked briefly about the unique features and benefits of the Adjustable Edge Pro that set it apart from other electric sharpeners. Now let's actually use the product to sharpen our knives. You want to get the products up in front of you. We want to adjust our angle. We determined the angle for our Winchester fixed blade hunting knife to be 20 degrees. You notice I started with 10 degrees. Anytime you do an angle adjustment, you should always start at 10 degrees. Once you start, you turn the knob to 20, which is what we determined our original factory angle to be. Now the wheels are set. You want to turn the power to unit on. I haven't sharpened this knife in a while, so I'm going to assume it's extremely dull or damaged, and it needs to be reset an edge on the blade. Therefore, I'm going to start in the coarse slot. I want to start somewhere within the bracket that you see on top of the slot, and I want to start there and pull the knife down until it fully inserts itself into the slot. You don't want to angle the knife into the slot. You don't want to point the tip into the knife in the slot, or hold the knife up like so. You want to hold the knife level. You want to hold it straight up and down in the slot. Don't lean it to one side or the other. You want to start here. You want to come down. When the knife hits the wheels, you want to start the sharpening process. You want to use moderately light downward pressure. Don't push too hard or it actually will stop the wheels. You also want to use a smooth, consistent stroke at the recommended speed. You're going to repeat this process about 8 to 10 times. Once you get the knife edge set, you want to move to the ceramic slot to finish the edge and polish the edge. You want to use the same process. You want to use moderately light downward pressure, and you want to use a good, smooth, consistent stroke at the recommended speed. If your knife curves up to the tip, you want to lift up on the handle as you approach the end of the blade to make sure you sharpen all the way out to the tip. You want to repeat that process about 10 to 15 times. Then you want to test the sharpness of your blade by cutting a sheet of paper or slicing a piece of food or vegetable. If your knife is sharp, turn the power off and the sharpening process is complete. Alright, I got my hunting knife sharp. I'm going to put it away. And now I'm going to move to sharpening my wife's kitchen knife. This kitchen knife is a Ginsu chef's knife. First thing we need to do is determine the angle of the knife blade. So I'm going to my chart in my owner's manual. Under the housewares knives, and style knife is chef's knife. Ginsu is not listed, so from there, since it's not listed, I'm going to use my common sharpening angles. If you remember the card that was on top of the product, I'm going to go to my kitchen knife, and my American Euro is 20 degrees. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to set the angle. If you remember correctly, the hunting knife I just sharpened was a 20 degree as well, so I'm not going to change the angle of the dial. If it was a different angle, I would go back to 10 degrees and then turn the adjustment knob to the different angle. But for this reason, it's already set. I don't have to do anything. This knife is already sharp, so for that reason, all I have to do is maintain the sharpness. I'm just going to use the interlocking ceramic wheels only. There's no need to use the coarse diamond to reset a new edge. I just want to touch this knife up so that it's ready to go and my wife can slice her tomatoes. I'm going to turn the power of the unit on. Again, I want to hold the knife level. I don't want to tilt the knife either way. I don't want to hold it up or down like so. Hold the knife level. I'm going to start in the brackets just like I did before. I want to drop the knife down until it makes contact with the wheels. Then I'm going to pull the knife through in a slow, consistent speed using moderately light downward pressure. As you can see, I'm rolling up at the end, lifting the handle, get all the way out to the tip of the blade. When the tip of the blade gets in those brackets, I'm lifting up and pulling the knife out of the slot. So. Going to repeat that stroke about 10 to 15 times, and your knife should be ready to cut. Okay, now let's sharpen a knife that has serrations. Most of the hunting knives nowadays, if you see here, have a partially serrated section and a partially straight edge section. In order to sharpen the partially serrated section, you have to use the serrated sharpener on the side of the product. So you want to open the slot, you just push down on the bottom and it pops out. You want to pull the serrated portion of the knife through the slot using light pressure, allowing the knife to rise and fall as it comes through the slot. You want to insert it fully into the slot and just pull it through. Like so. I would recommend repeating that process about 8 to 10 times. Now you need to sharpen the straight edge portion of your knife blade. To do so, you have to do that in the electric slots, just like you would a straight edge knife. You want to adjust the angle of the the grind on your knife for that style of knife. You want to turn the unit on. And you want to insert just the straight portion of the knife into the slot and pull it through. This knife is already sharp, so you notice I'm only using the interlocking ceramic wheels to touch up the blade and maintain the sharpness. I'm just inserting the knife where the straight edge portion of the blade is. Again, repeat that process 8 to 10 times using moderately light pressure, and you want to lift up on the handle as you approach the tip of the blade. If it rounds out to the tip, sharpen all the way out to the edge. Now you sharpen the complete blade. Periodically, you'll need to clean the medical dust off of your interlocking ceramic wheels. To do that, you want to use the felt brush supplied with the product. You want to take the brush, you want to dip the brush down into the water just where the bottom edge of the brush gets wet. Then you want to take your hands and kind of squeegee the excess water out of the felt. And the reason you do that is because you don't want any water to get down into your electric unit. Once you have your felt damp, you want to turn the power to the unit on. In the ceramic slot, you want to insert your brush just like you do with the knife. And then you want to run the brush through the slot just like that. Shouldn't take much. As you can see, I already can see the black coming off the wheels and onto the felt brush. Probably want to run it 2, 4, or 5 times. Then turn the power unit off. You can check your wheels. They should be clean and ready to go. Now once you use the felt, it's only good for one time. So what you have to do is you have to order some more felt from Smith's. To replace the felt, you just take the screw out here on the end of the brush, pull the cap off, slide the plastic piece out that has the felt around it, remove the old felt, put the new felt on, reattach it to the handle of the brush, then attach the cap and tighten the screw. Wow, now that's a cool product. Thanks for watching our video, and keep an eye out for more great products from Smith's.